Get ready for the thrilling 2023 F1 Sprint format. All you need to know. Formula One Sprint is back, and it's better than ever. This season, there will be 6 events, starting with the Azerbaijan Grand Prix at the Baku Street Circuit. The format has been tweaked to enhance the show, and it promises to be an exciting ride. So what exactly is F1 Sprint? It's a 100-kilometer race to the finish line with no pit stops, unless you need to make repairs. F1 Sprint takes place on Saturday afternoon, and in Baku, it will run for 17 laps and take around 30 minutes. The winner of the F1 Sprint gets 8 points, while the lowest score is 1 point for 8th place. Both drivers and teams score points for their respective championships. The grid for F1 Sprint is determined by 2 qualifying sessions. The first session takes place on Friday and determines the grid for Sunday's Showpiece Grand Prix. The second, shorter qualifying session, known as the Sprint Shootout, will run on Saturday morning and replaces the second 1-hour practice session. This session sets the grid for the sprint. The Sprint Shootout is the same format as traditional qualifying, with each segment being shorter. Q1 will be 12 minutes, Q2 10 minutes, and Q3 8 minutes, with mandatory new tires for each phase. Drivers will have time for 2 runs in Q1, and the shorter allotted time in Q2 and Q3 means more pressure to get the job done on the first run. With Saturday now being a standalone event, a problem or incident in the sprint will not compromise the entire weekend. This should encourage drivers to push more in the sprint. FP2 on a sprint weekend was considered meaningless, as all big decisions regarding the car setup had to be done the previous day. The new format leaves teams with just 1 hour of practice to gather data, tweak setups, understand the tires, and finalize the cars for the race weekend ahead. And Sunday's Grand Prix remains unchanged. Qualifying on Friday will determine the grid for the race. Baku, Belgium's Spa-Francorchamps, Qatar's Losail Circuit, and Austin's Circuit of the Americas will get their first taste of F1 Sprint this year. Austria gets its second edition, while Interlagos gets the hat trick after delivering 2 stunning spectacles in 2021 and 2022. One more thing to note. Any grid penalties incurred in first practice or qualifying will apply to the race. Any grid penalties incurred in the Sprint Shootout will apply to the sprint, while any grid penalties incurred in the sprint will apply to the race. So buckle up and get ready for a thrilling F1 Sprint season, and check out this video all about F1 tire compounds next.